everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to dive into the By Terry new Beach Balm face palette. So I am actually filming another video. I do have two different eyeshadows on right now, or two different palettes on. I don't know that you can really tell, but I do have two different looks on. I had a mix-up in one of my recent videos. So I thought I was using the Beach Balm palette from By Terry in one of my recent videos, which was a luxury haul video. In that video, I was playing with the Wayne Goss bronzer and contour palettes. I was also playing with this new powder from Armani, the new powder from Gucci. Like, there was a few different products in that video, and I just decided to kind of combine them all into one. And I was also using the By Terry concealer, so I ordered the Beach Balm palette, and my order arrived the day before. And the day before, I had put up my buyer browse video, and I said, hey, you know, I have all this products. I'm just going to throw it all into one video. I just got this palette. I'm so excited about it. And that was that, right? So they accidentally sent me the Sunny Flash palette. And because I was playing with so much makeup, I didn't really pay attention. And this was my first face palette that I've ever bought from By Terry. So if I had it already, because this was last year's palette, if I already had it in my collection, it would have dawned on me that this is not the new one. But because I'd never bought it before and I was playing with all this other makeup, I just thought it was the Beach Balm, never thought a thing about it. All was well in the world. So in the comment section, somebody wrote and said, this is really weird, Tara, because I'm so confused. It looks like that is the Sunny Flash palette that you're using on camera. And I was like, no, I just looked up my order and it's the Beach Balm. And then somebody else wrote and said, no, that's definitely the Sunny Flash, because I have the Sunny Flash and it looks exactly like the Sunny Flash. And I was like, wait a minute, what? And so I come down to my makeup room, opened it up, and sure enough, I was using the Sunny Flash palette and did not know it. So again, you guys are always keeping me straight, and I cannot thank you enough for that, because I had no idea. I was completely clueless to it. And so I reached out to By Terry and I explained the situation. They were so nice to me. Like, dispatched it immediately, and they were like, we're going to get it out to you immediately. Like, they shipped it from like UK. And they said, we're gonna get it there as quickly as we possibly can. From what I'm understanding, the Beach Balm palette launched and they released the Sunny Flash for a moment. So it just got mixed up in shipping, and that happens. You know, the distribution center, they're doing all these different shippings, and you know, the person grabbed the wrong one. It's not that big of a deal. It's just makeup at the end of the day. What mattered to me was the fact that they were so nice to me, told me to keep the Sunny Flash palette, enjoy it, and they would have the Beach Balm out as soon as possible. So they were right. Within a few days, I received it. So here we are. I am so grateful to you guys for keeping me straight, because if it wasn't for me sharing that on camera, like if I didn't use that palette on camera, I would have never have known that I didn't have the Beach Balm, because it just never dawned on me. We're going to dive into these two face palettes from By Terry. I'm going to show you the differences. I'll show you swatches. So in case you have the Sunny Flash from last year, you can decide if the Beach Balm is something that you really need. Now, the reason why I even decided to buy this palette is because I fell so madly hard in love with this liquid blush from By Terry. This is, again, limited edition. And this, I didn't know at the time, by the way, it was limited edition, or I had about 4 bottles of it. But this is the Rosy Flash liquid blush. And I love this liquid blush. I love it so much. I've started to kind of get more into By Terry, and I thought, ooh, that palette looks so pretty. And you guys know that I can never say no to a blush. If a blush looks beautiful and it's got a little bit of radiance, I'm a sucker. So now the Beach Balm, I have found it at 2 places so far. From what I can tell, it's on the By Terry website for $56, or you can buy it on the Selfridges website, which also ships to America. But I buy several things from Selfridges, so I bought the it's like a 1-year shipping membership. I'll put it down here at the bottom of the screen, but I get free shipping from them, and they are fast. But because I'm not in the UK, they ship from the UK, I can just pay the flat year fee and they ship super, super quick. So if you don't pay the year fee, I think it's like $20 for shipping. I can't remember. I'll put it all here at the bottom of the screen because off the top of my head, I can't remember. But if you buy it from the Selfridges website, it is $46.50. So it's a little bit cheaper on the Selfridges than it is the By Terry website. For those of you guys that are in the US, you can pick up the Sunny Flash on the By Terry website, which is $56. For those that are in the US, you can also pick it up on the Dermstore website, but it's $65 and it says that it will take 1 to 3 weeks to ship. So keep that in mind. If you guys want the Sunny Flash, which is this one that has more of the pale pink, I would order it from the By Terry website. I really would, because they're super easy, they're fast, and they're extremely nice, obviously. And also for reference, if you guys are new to my channel and you're wondering about my skin tone and stuff, I will leave a list in the description box down below of popular foundations that are out on the market and what shades I wear in those foundations, so you can kind of get an idea of my skin tone. But we're going to jump right into the application of these two blush palettes. And then, of course, I will jump into some swatches and comparisons, and then I will get into my final thoughts. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start playing with these beautiful face palettes from By Terry, and I will see you guys all in my final thoughts. Let's go ahead and jump into the comparisons of the Beach Balm palette and the Sunny Flash. So this is what they look like side by side. This is the Beach Balm. This is the Sunny Flash. And I'm very excited. I'm going to grab a bronzer brush and I'm going to go into the Beach Balm palette and I'm going to grab this shade right here. Let's go ahead and put some of the bronzer right here. Now, I don't know if it's going to show up on my skin. I mean, kind of. But it is very light on my skin. Like, very light. Now, I could probably go in with like a contour color and kind of build a little bit of depth and then go over top of it with this, but I wanted you guys to see what this looks like alone because I do think it's important for you guys to see. Love the smell of her products. I never like the smell of roses. Like fresh roses, yes, but like the scent of roses and products, just not my thing. But when it comes to her products, I love it. Okay, so I was able to kind of build up that bronzer. For the blush, I'm trying to figure out a way to do this because I'm going to be kind of doing both palettes. Typically, I would probably just put one on each side, right? But because of this, let's go into this peachy one up here at the top. And I'm just going to put this like right here. Gosh, that's a pretty color. Woo! It is pigmented, you guys. I'm going to wipe the brush off and I'm going to grab this one right here. Woo! Okay, so these are pigmented. I will be going over it with powder to kind of buff it all together, but look how beautiful those blushes are. Like, they just melt into the skin. So, so, so pretty. Summer all day long. Summer vibes, summer vibes. Okay, let's go ahead and grab a highlighter brush and let's grab this highlighter up here. Let's put that right here. Ooh, okay, so this is a very light highlighter, which I don't expect anything less from By Terry. Everything that I'm very new to By Terry's brand, to be honest with you, but everything that I've used from her brand, everything seems to be a little bit lighter, a little bit softer on the skin, nothing too much, nothing too strong. So I'm not surprised that the highlighter is just a light flush of shimmer, but it's not super shimmery at all. It's not like a traditional highlighter, but it does give a little bit of shimmer to the skin. A little bit. You can kind of see the way that it kind of highlighted the cheekbone. And you don't like traditional highlighters. You know, this one applies very beautifully and it's kind of soft. But if you like a strong highlighter, you're not going to love that highlighter in that palette. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wipe off all the brushes I just used. We're going to go into the Summer Flash palette. So this bronzer seems a little bit lighter than the bronzer that was in the Beach Balm. So I'm going to grab some of this, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this bronzer work. Yeah, it's just not dark enough to really show up on my skin tone. Yeah, so the bronzer's not really dark enough to show up on my skin tone. I'm going to grab the Beach Balm and just kind of add a little bit of depth. One thing that I will say about this bronzer is it has a radiance to it. It does have a radiance. Ooh, that is radiant. This is the Beach Balm. It's a little bit warm, but it's really pretty, right? Like, obviously, I will buff it all together just to kind of soften everything up. Okay, I'm going to grab this dark shade right here. I know this is very pigmented because I've applied this. She is pigmented, you guys, so go in so lightly. Woo! I know, right? Now I'm going to wipe the brush off, and then I'm going to grab this light shade right here and bring it right here in the front. You can definitely see the differences between those two shades, and they are very strong blushes, so you have to be so, so careful. But what I noticed, though, is that once I grabbed powder, you guys know I don't use a lot of powder. I use a little bit of powder. But once I grabbed a little bit of powder and blended it all and buffed it all together, it was just a beautiful, radiant look to the skin. Okay, so now I'm going to grab the highlighter on this one and bring it right here. Woo! Yeah, so that highlighter in the Sunny Flash is a little bit more of like a vanilla tone, and the Beach Balm is a little bit more of a golden. So this is the Beach Balm and this is the Sunny Flash. So like you can see the Sunny Flash is a little bit lighter, and this one is a little bit more just kind of natural with a little bit of a golden undertone to it. Not as strong gold, but it does have more of a golden base. I'm going to grab some of my setting powder and I'm going to set this all and buff it all together. Spray it with some setting spray and it will just all come together in such a beautiful way. Okay, so I went ahead and threw on some setting powder. I sprayed with some setting spray, and this is what we're looking like. Very glowy, very radiant, and very beautiful. I'm here for it. So that's it for the tutorial portion of the video, showing you guys how these two palettes apply and how they compare. Let's go ahead and jump into the swatches and comparisons. Of course, I will do a bunch of swatches and comparisons of these two, and I'm next to some other products that I have so you guys can kind of see the tone. And then, of course, we will jump into my final thoughts. So I will see you guys then. Get into my final thoughts about these palettes. I hope that those swatches were helpful for you, but I want to let you guys know, because I know many of you guys are going to ask, what am I wearing on my lip? And it's this from Chanel. I think this is going to be my favorite lip color for the summer. This is the Rouge Cocoa Flash in the shade Flush. It's number 132, and it is so beautiful. I keep looking in the viewfinder and I keep just seeing these just really beautiful color lips. Like, I love this color. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. So I had a feeling you guys would be asking me what I'm wearing, so I figured I would just tell you because it's so damn pretty. Let me go ahead and get into my thoughts. So as you could see in the swatches, the Sunny Flash was a little bit lighter. Now don't get me wrong, it's got pigment. These blushes are pigmented, y'all. But I'm talking about the bronzer. The bronzer's a little bit lighter, so it's like really good for light medium. You could see that I really couldn't apply this bronzer on my skin. It doesn't really show up, right? But this new Beach Balm palette, this bronzer did show up on my skin and I was able to build it, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. For me, it's not like a traditional bronzer, but because it's so radiant, it might be one of those where, well, while I'm in my routine, maybe I use like a matte bronzer and then I go over top of it with this and give the radiance. That might be the way I wear it, or build the depth with my contour and go over top with this. So kind of just depends. Now, I don't think this is going to work for every skin tone. However, I still think because of the radiance, I think a lot of skin tones could wear it as a topper, because the blushes are pigmented. Like, holy smokes, you guys, these have got pigment. You gotta be careful with these girls. These girls are here to play. They are not here to just be a light flush of anything. These are pigment. And you gotta be so careful with these blushes, you guys. So careful. But I think that they are really beautiful on darker skin tone, especially this color right here. This, like, it's almost like a fuchsia pink. It would be so beautiful on a darker skin. That's just my thoughts on it, but I love this Beach Balm palette. I do prefer the Beach Balm over the Sunny Flash, and it's just because this kind of works with my skin tone more than the Sunny Flash does. For me personally, in my skin tone, this Beach Balm is just, it's where it's at. Now, I wanted to show you the differences of the palettes, of the face of them. So this one has a pink rose. It's like a fuchsia color rose. And this one has the light pink rose. But that's the difference in the artwork, and it's just really beautiful. I love these palettes. I love the formula. They're just very pigmented. The blushes are, so be very, very, very careful with these because they're pigment. But they are beautiful, and I don't regret getting both of them. And I'm grateful to By Terry for gifting me the Sunny Flash, because even though it was like oh crap, I used the wrong palette on camera, how embarrassing. But then I'm like, it's not really embarrassing because it's technically really not my fault. I mean, it was me kind of being ditzy and not paying attention, but it's not that deep. It's just makeup. So I'm kind of oddly glad that it happened, because now I have both of them and I didn't have to buy the Sunny Flash. So it all ended up working out at the end of the day, and I'm happy to have both of them in my collection. So I'm not really mad that it happened, even though it was a little embarrassing because I totally used the wrong palette on camera. But that just shows you that I'm not a professional at this. I just have fun doing this, right? So like, I'm not a pro at this. I'm not a pro YouTuber. All I am is just a 41-year-old makeup lover who loves to talk about makeup and likes to give as much information about makeup as I possibly can. And I love having our little community where we can chat and love makeup. That's it. It's not that deep, right? So like, I'm not mad that I used the wrong palette on camera, because now I have both of them, and it's great. It works out great, because I would have never known that they sent me the wrong palette had I not used it on camera. So those are my thoughts on these palettes from By Terry. Sound out down below in the comment section. Let us know, have you guys picked up the new Beach Balm? Are you loving it? Are you not liking it? Why don't you like it? Like, is it an issue with your skin tone? Let us know, because your guys' information in the comment section obviously is very important. So sound out down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in today's video. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you. Bye.